Jody here, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over my August TBR, where you guessed it, I talk about the books that I hope to read in the month of August. So normally on my TBRs, I pick 5 books, and if I'm lucky, I get around to reading 2 to 3 of these books. And in case you're wondering why I picked that many books, if you know you're most likely not going to get around to reading all of them. And the reason is it gives me a few more options of what to choose from to read. So the first 3 books of my TBR were actually on my July TBR, but I either didn't get around to reading them or started to read them and didn't finish them before the month was over. So the first book is called Breathless by Jennifer Niven. This is the second book by Jennifer Niven now that I've read. I read All the Bright Places a few years ago, and I really liked that book, so I was very excited to pick up another book by this author to read. And you know, normally on my TBR videos, I don't go over what the books are about unless I start to read them. So just to give you a little idea of what Breathless is about, it's about a girl named Claudine Henry who likes to go by Claude. And just a few days before she's set to graduate high school, her parents let her know that the two of them will be separating and getting a divorce. This very much throws Claude's world upside down, and so she goes on to graduate high school, and her mom says that the two of them will be going on a little trip, a little vacation together, just the two of them, to an island off the coast of Georgia. And that's basically what the book is about, spoiler free. I'm about 150 pages into the book so far, and I really like it. So now for the next book on my TBR, that is called You Can't Trust Me by Wendy. This is a mystery thriller, and I initially picked this to read in July because it has just such a summer-like cover on it. I have no idea if the book takes place in the summertime or not, but it just has one of the best summer-like covers of all time. So the next book on my TBR is called Lying in the Deep by Danny Urban. This is a YA mystery thriller that I believe takes place on a cruise ship. And now for, the books on my TBR that I've never talked about. So the first one is called My Oxford Year by Julia Whelan. And this is like an emotional rom-com, I believe. I came across this book at the bookstore a lot when I used to go to the bookstore, a lot. I still go quite often, but not as much as I used to. But, that being said, it's a book I never picked up and to get. But then I came across a trailer for a new Netflix film called My Oxford Year, and nowhere on the trailer, at least the one that I watched, did it say based on a book. But 9 times out of 10 these days, almost every TV and movie is based on a book. So I was like, I won't be surprised if this is a film adaptation of that book. And I looked into it, and sure enough, it is. And like I said, normally I don't go over what the books are about on my TBR unless I started to read them, and I did recently get this book, but I haven't started to read it yet. But since I saw a trailer, I can give you an idea what it's about. It's about a woman who is from New York, and she travels all the way to Oxford to go to school there, and she kind of starts a relationship with one of her professors. And on the trailer, at least, they say to each other 1,000 times, or what seems like 1,000 times, it's just for fun. This is just for fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's just for fun. Just in case we're wondering if this is for fun or not. It very much is. But with any good emotional rom-com, because this does seem like a rom-com to me, but a very heavy emotional one as well. They catch real feelings for each other, but the professor is kind of hesitant to make their relationship a real thing. And you find yourself wondering, but why? What's going on? Why is he acting like that? And that's the part of the story that really hooked me to wanting to read the book before the adaptation. Because years ago, anytime I heard a book was going to be adapted, I would go to the bookstore, buy the book, and then still haven't read some of these books yet that have book adaptations now. And then the book adaptation will come out, and it's been years now since I got some of these books and the book adaptation has come out. But so now I kind of pick and choose what books I really, really, really want to read before the adaptation, and My Oxford Year is definitely one of them. And I really think I'm going to like this book a lot, and I just can't wait to watch the film afterwards, because the film does look very good based on the trailer, so hopefully that's the case. And in case you're wondering, the film comes out August 1st on Netflix. And so now for the next book on my TBR, it's called All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers. This book is a mystery thriller, and it was very popular within the year it came out, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I'm excited to potentially read this in August as well. That's my TBR for August. I hope you have a great reading month in August as well. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and until next time, bye!